For more than a decade, we were sold a story about faith, family, and a love that multiplied. We watched them build homes, raise children, and navigate a life that most of us could never imagine. Their biggest asset, we were told, was their unity, their family. But that was never the truth. The biggest asset wasn't a home or even their land. It was their story, the rights to their lives, their heartbreaks, and their triumphs, broadcast to millions of viewers. Every tear, every argument, every wedding, every divorce, it all became part of a brand. Sister Wives wasn't just a show. It was a business model built on one man's charisma and four women's loyalty. But as the years went by, loyalty gave way to exhaustion, and the cracks started to show. The audience watched, season after season, as the perfect plural marriage unraveled in slow motion. And now, after years of speculation, lawsuits, and leaked documents, the truth about the family's finances, their relationships, and their empire is finally coming to light. The image of togetherness was carefully curated. Behind the scenes, it was chaos, a maze of secret accounts, property transfers, and emotional manipulation. It was never about faith. It was about control. And at the center of it all stood one man, Kody Brown, and his legally recognized wife, Robyn. When the cameras first rolled, Kody was the symbol of confident leadership. He spoke of love and divine purpose, about creating a legacy of unity. But as the show grew more popular, the money started to flow. TLC's contracts, sponsorships, and real estate deals gave the Browns something they had never had before, real wealth. And with that came a power imbalance that slowly destroyed the family from within. Kody began consolidating control, emotionally and financially. Robyn became his closest ally, the woman who managed the paperwork, handled the purchases, and protected the family from outsiders, including, at times, the other wives. Meanwhile, Christine, Yanel, and Mary were left to hold the family together while their own dreams faded into the background. They built homes, raised the children, and sacrificed stability for the sake of a man who was building something else entirely, a kingdom in his own image. Now, years later, that kingdom is crumbling. Christine walked away first, choosing peace over pain. Then Yanel followed, after a brutal confrontation that left fans stunned. Mary hung on the longest, but even she finally accepted what everyone else had seen for years. There was no family left to save. In the middle of all this turmoil, legal documents began surfacing. Court filings, tax records, and property deeds told a different story than the one we saw on TV. The once beloved couple, Kody and Robyn, were deep in financial trouble. Reports revealed unpaid property taxes, liens, and mounting debts. And then came the lawsuit. Christine Brown, once the most loyal of all, took her stand. It wasn't about revenge. It was about fairness. According to insiders close to the case, Christine alleged that she had been unfairly cut out of assets and revenue streams that were supposed to belong to all the wives equally. The lawsuit sent shockwaves through the family. For the first time, the Brown empire was being dissected in a courtroom instead of on a television screen. When the ruling came down, it was a moment that no one saw coming. The court sided with Christine. The decision? Kody and Robyn were ordered to liquidate assets, including their $1.5 million Flagstaff mansion, to satisfy the settlement. What began as a dream of building Coyote Pass, together ended in a forced sale and public humiliation. Inside sources say the day the papers were served, Robyn broke down completely. The dream house, the one she'd called her forever home, was now at risk of being sold. Kody, once so confident and untouchable, was suddenly faced with a reality he couldn't spin or control. The cameras couldn't save him. TLC couldn't edit the truth. But perhaps the most heartbreaking part of it all isn't the money or the property. It's what happened to the children, the ones who grew up under the shadow of fame and faith, only to see their family splinter apart. The emotional toll has been immense. Many of the kids have distanced themselves from their father, openly speaking about favoritism, neglect, and pain. Now, contrast that with the children in Kody and Robyn's home, shielded, protected, and often silent. The inequality has never been clearer. What was once one family has become a divided legacy, marked by resentment and betrayal. And as fans look back over the years, The warning signs were always there. The lavish spending, the sudden business failures, the emotional distance. Every moment was hidden in plain sight, buried under the language of faith and family. But when you strip away the justifications, what's left is a cautionary tale about power, about loyalty, and about how even the strongest family can fall apart when truth is replaced by image. For years, the Brown family lived by one motto: love should be multiplied, not divided. But in the end, love was the very thing that couldn't survive. What remains now isn't a united household, but a network of broken trust and legal battles. And as the credits roll on their story, the message is painfully clear. Sometimes, the hardest truth to face is the one we told ourselves.